Alright, it's day 4. Today we're doing something a little different. We're still going to be making some achievement progress, but we want to show off this new map and this new update. I'm going to show you guys how to black border. So if you notice, maps can become black bordered if you complete all the game modes within the map. But you have to complete this last game mode, Chimps, in a specific way. You have to complete it in one sitting. You can't quit back to the main menu. So I'm going to show you some easy strategies on how to do that. And yes, so this strategy involves the Druids and Oben, because Oben has a lot of buffs to Druids specifically. So combined, they do a lot of damage. So we're actually going to start with a Ninja Monkey though, because the Ninja Monkey is really good on the early game and also sees camo. So yeah, we place him down. He'll usually on any Chimps map, as long as you can find a place, you should be able to survive. Just get the Seeking Shuriken as well as the Ninja Discipline, and then we should be able to save up for Oben. Generally, the Ninja is also really good because his early game is really powerful and allows you to wait for your kind of a little more expensive towers like Oben. He's just barely too expensive to place down at the start, which is why we need to wait a little bit with him. Okay, but now we should be able to save up for Oben. And this also double dips because Oben buffs magic monkeys and Ninja is a magic monkey. So yeah, we'll wait till we get him. And there we go. As you can see, just the Ninja with very base upgrades was able to single-handedly carry us to get Oben. And now with Oben, he should be able to help us out quite a lot. And then now we can set up our Druid army. So how the strategy works, because of the bottom half of the Druid, the Populus buffs other Druids, and the nature of Wrath, or the Avatar of Wrath, is a great finisher in the late game. So we're gonna start putting Druids, but we're gonna need 5 other Druids around him to give the maximum buffs. So let's get those down. 3, number 4. I actually want to make a space for a village to buff all of them, so I'm going to put the village right in this little explosion crater, which should be able to reach number 5. And oh yeah, see that Ninja Monkey clutches up with that last camel balloon. And just to be sure where I'm placing stuff, here's the village first. Okay, and number 6. Alright, then we will start getting the Thorn Swarm. Actually, we're going to help out our Ninja first. Oben can pop lead, which is very helpful, but let's get the radar scanner, so on round 33, when there's a lot more camos, we'll be able to handle that. There we go. Perfectly just in time. Now we don't have to worry about camo balloons. And then now, let's continue to use the money we get on middle combined with bottom path for the Druids. We're going to go here, get the Druid of Wrath, and then once we start, so yeah, the Populus can stack up to 5 times, so this builds up really fast. We just need it takes a little bit of money, but that's what the mid game is for anyway. This defense should be able to handle quite a lot. But actually for the Moab, I'm just gonna build towards a sticky bomb with this ninja we had earlier. This sticky bomb will allow us to not worry about Moabs for quite a while. I actually don't think we're going to afford it, but that's okay. We should be able to upgrade all these Druids, and they should be able to handle the Moab. Put some brambles down. Oh yeah, we're good. We won't get the sticky bomb then, we'll keep working on the Druid upgrades. Alright, we got them all to be the Druid of Wrath. Now we just need the Poplusts. Yeah, so we got 1 Populus now. We need 5 more, but while we're saving up for that, just a general strategy for all games is to just find some way to survive the early game cheaply. Ours was that cheap ninja, and then get your hero down at some point, and then start building a relatively cheap defense. You saw those cheap Druids putting in the work. That will allow you to gradually transition to some tier 4 towers in the mid game, and then we'll eventually be saving up to get our tier 5 tower. So you don't want to fall into the trap of buying too many lower tier towers. In this case, it's special because this tier 4 is pretty cheap and it's required in our strategy. But in general, if you have just random towers that don't necessarily synergize, you don't want to be spamming them. Yep, so we're just going to get that last pop lust. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These two are barely not affecting each other, but the Oben buff will get them in there, so no worries. And now we'll just get these guys some jungle drums, and all we have to do is relax until we can afford the Avatar of Wrath. In a chimps game or longer game, if you're not having like 20 or 30 rounds of doing nothing, then you're doing something wrong, because you need to save up money for a tier 5, otherwise you're not going to be able to beat the later rounds. So yeah, we'll see how many rounds we can AFK. Alright, see, it's almost been 20 rounds and I haven't done anything. So, but while we wait, let's talk about the other game modes that you need to beat. First, this strategy with Oben and the Druids works very nicely in Magic Monkeys only. As you notice, I am only using Magic Monkeys. And then Oben does have an upgrade that grants Druids camo. So this strategy works pretty good. And for alternate balloon rounds, it's honestly, just make sure you put down a Ninja Monkey early, because camo balloons will spawn pretty frequently in alternate balloons rounds. So as long as you have an early Ninja Monkey, honestly most strategies will work. For double HP Moabs, I like to use the aircraft carrier or the top path plane because of those missiles that it fires. It's able to clear those higher health Moabs with ease, as well as, you know, it's just a good tower in general. So that's usually not a big issue. Anyway, we can afford the Avatar Wrath now, so we should be chilling for a very long time. This guy is a beast. Back to what I was saying, the other game modes that you need to beat, half cash is notoriously hard. However, you can use powers in that mode and just use your insta monkeys. Don't be stingent about it. You get your insta monkeys for a reason. Like, just use them, it'll make the mode so much easier. You're saving them up for nothing. And so, yeah. And then for Impoppable, I usually treat Impoppable as a practice round for Chimps mode. So I test out whatever strategy I want to do in Impoppable, because it's basically Chimps, but you have monkey knowledge, so it's a lot more friendlier. Yeah, so we're just gonna, I mean, as you see, as soon as we get that tier 5 tower, we're back to being AFK. So, like I said, in balloons, if you're not AFKing for a very long time, you're playing the game the wrong way. Because now look, we have saved up $25,000 and we can do whatever we want with that. But for those last few rounds, it'll make it a lot easier if we give it some support. So what I mean by support, towers like the Ice Monkey and the Glue Gunner offer very good support. So we're going to do exactly that. We'll get a village and go primary. We're not going to go expertise, we're just going to go those top. We'll give it the radar scanner as well. And then the top path of the Ice Monkey is very nice. It allows the Moab class balloons to take extra damage, which is very helpful. And just so these guys can pop frozen balloons, we're going to get the Mib over here. And then the Glue Gunner also has a very, very nice upgrade. The bottom path, Moab Glue, combined with either cross-pathing, doesn't really matter, will slow down the Moabs dramatically, allowing your damage dealers to get more opportunities to do damage. At this point, you can't really screw up. The only thing you do have to watch out for is round 100, the bad. It does kind of have a lot of health, so some very common killers of the bad is the first strike. Does a lot of damage all at once. But I think even easier is the Spike Storm. Both of these options do very well, so if you're struggling in chimps in round 100, try to incorporate those. Or the Super Brittle. Yeah, this guy's a beast, especially powered up with the primary training top path village. He trivializes the heavy grouped balloon rounds, which you should watch out for are 94, 96, and 98, where they send a lot of balloons all at once, but the Super Brittle makes it light work. Another good thing you could do with support is the Glue Storm. This guy will enable the bad to take more damage, one of the few ways that it can. So the ability is also very helpful for dense rounds like 98, although I didn't even need it because the Super Brittle is just too insane. So let's get this up. And then for this very last round, boost strike the screen when it's in range, and we should be all set. There we go. That's a victory. I'm gonna actually go to free play so I can earn more progress towards the Sapper achievement. So okay, we finished this round, and so just to show you guys, now we have a black border on this map. We've completed every single difficulty. So the easy game modes, I don't even have to explain, they're really easy. Medium mode is also pretty chill. It's just the hard mode ones that I just touched upon, but again, they're still pretty trivial. So we're gonna hop back in here, and we're just gonna continue with our same setup to get some of that progress on Sapper and call it a day. Unfortunately, we might be dying to... Oh yeah, that was a loss. That's okay. We still did pretty solid. Went to round 140, and update on our Sapper progress, 64%. So before I started that game, it was 64%, so this is more on par with how Sapper should be, but there you go. That's how to black border the map. Remember, when you play this chimps mode, you cannot quit back to the main menu, and you should be all set.